Okay guys, so I'm in one of our rentals here in Baltimore and I'm gonna show you guys when you're working with a GC, right? A general contractor, you want to make sure every line item that you guys are going to do in the property is actually itemized in the contract that you sign up front. Even, let's say hypothetically, you want him to clean here and map it, make sure it's written down on the contract, because trust me, otherwise they won't do it. The details matter. Just check this out, right? Let's start in the front here. Look at this. Right here, there was something here so that when you close the doors, there's no space, right? I'm gonna close this, guys. Look. Can you see the space? Right? So the old door, I think he painted the door. He didn't change the door, but what they did is they took this off and didn't put it back. So now when you close, you have a gap. So we have to come in and bring somebody else to fix his mess, because obviously he doesn't want to fix it, right? Look at here. Right here. This is like, so we have tenants. This property, we're keeping it as a rental. Luckily, we weren't trying to flip it. So here, the tenants, when they come, they think it's mold, but it's actually not mold. It's just dirty. He could have easily cleaned it or painted it or do something about it. But no, he left it that way, right? Let's go inside. Let me show you guys. So here's the living room, right? Look at this basic stuff. One thing he did is he put some exit signs. Those blue colors that you see here, he had some exit signs here that he shouldn't have put in the property in the first place, because we didn't ask him to do that. There's a lady next door that wanted to rent this property, wanted to. She owned an assisted living or something like that. And he thought it's a good idea to renovate it for her, a property that he doesn't own, so that she will rent it. So he added those exit signs without any approval. See here in the living room? Put in like a ceiling fan, basic stuff. Not done, right? And he left it all open with blue color, so we have to fix that. Here comes, let me show you guys in the kitchen. In the kitchen here, now mind you guys, the contract that we have is material and labor, right? Everything included, okay? I had to make him change all these lights. If you guys could see the cheap lights that he chose at first. So I had to make him take everything back and order the right stuff. And what happens is when we're done with the renovation, he tried to send me an extra bill for those lights and other stuff that I haven't changed. And I was like, hell no, because it was already part of the contract. So if he went cheap, that's on you, right? So I made him change that. Look at this, guys. Horrible. This is like, we agreed on an island. Does this look like an island to you guys? Because to me it doesn't, right? He did it just on one side. He should have maybe picked, a little bit bigger size, number one, and have this in the middle. So that you see do you guys see the space right here? Right? Should normally have it on this side too, right? No, he didn't do that. So we only have it on one side, and it looks weird. Just look at that. It looks really weird the way it is right now, right? Another thing, guys, the fridge. He ordered the fridge last minute. He almost didn't want to order the fridge because he wanted to get paid for the lights that he ordered when it was already part of his cost. And he was like, oh, this was an extra cost. If you don't pay me, then I'm not delivering the fridge, right? He had to be threatened to deliver the fridge. He got delivered late, right? Look at this guy. So he told me, look at the floor, right? He told us that he ran. Here, look at this, look at this. How do you renovate a house? Again, locally, this is not a flip, but how do you renovate a house when you don't take care of this? Even if it's not part of your scope of work, guess what you do? You reach out to the homeowner, right? And say, hey, this wasn't part of the scope of work, but I'm willing to do it. We should take care of this and add some extra fees on it. On top of that, he said he ran out of flooring. So here, you guys can see the difference. The reason he did this is because he said he ran out of flooring, right? How do you run out of flooring on a property that you took measures of and you had all the measures for the flooring you should buy? And that I'm saying, so again, luckily, this is just a rental, not a flip, right? Look at that. Another exit sign that he put. Nobody asked him to put no exit signs, right? Look at this. Basic stuff. Even if it's not part of your scope of work, you can call the homeowner and say, hey, should we change this? Then I'll charge you some extra bucks to go and buy this. Again, it's material and labor. So make sure every little thing is itemized and specifically written. Like you should write on your contract, blinds to be changed, and it's included, like you literally write it, okay? Make sure it's signed. So you can see all this. Look at the baseboards, all right? The baseboards, he left them like dirty, right? Didn't change them. And he was telling us that if once he's done with this property, if we wanted to, we can flip it. That's how good his work will be. Now we were trying to vet this GC to see, hey, in Baltimore, moving forward, if we have any projects, we're gonna use you to renovate the other properties that we have. Because we do fix and flips here in Maryland, but usually in PG County and DC, right? Here in Baltimore, we mostly do rentals. But we were trying to vet him to see if we're gonna start taking on projects here in Baltimore. So as you know, he lost our business with this property, right? Let's look at outside. So let's go in the back. Look at that. Even all this, like it's just sloppy with the work. Like even a newbie should know to take care of little things like that. Didn't power wash anything here. Look at how dirty it is, right? Nothing. And on top of that, guys, right here, we agreed that he would find something to patch it so that when the water, when it's raining, the water doesn't leak here. Because look at here. This is the stairs that leads to the basement. And if it's raining a lot, guess what happens? The water will go down, right? And I will show you guys how he didn't take care of the drainer, okay? And I think we had a little issue on the fence too, but I'm not gonna talk about that. It's no big deal, right? Let's look at the drainer here, guys. As you guys can see, look at the water. Guys, the best day to do your final walkthrough after you've done the renovation is when it's raining. I'm learning this now. When it's raining, that's where you see everything that they miss because it's all in the details. So when it started raining, look what happened. The water is not draining. And what that can cause is if it rains a lot, like certain days when it's like raining like heavy, the water can get in the basement and now you're gonna have water issues. So it's not draining. So now we have to bring somebody to fix his shit. It's a lot of stuff in the basement, but we'll get in from inside and show you guys. Oh, another thing, guys. When you're working with a GC for the first time, this was a great referral. We trusted the person that referred us the GC, but here's what you want to do. You definitely want to go online. Once you get the license and their name, check their record and see if they don't have any lawsuits. We've missed that. This guy has 2 lawsuits against him. And so I'm not surprised with everything that went wrong here. So I would say that's my fault because I didn't double check. Okay? Make sure you do it. Trust me. Don't be lazy. So let's start in the bedrooms, right? And then we finish with the basement. Okay? So up here, guys, is a 3. Oh wow. So as you guys can see, he left it. So it was the way it was when he came here first. He didn't do nothing, didn't clean it, didn't sand it, nothing, right? He could have sanded it, painted it a little bit, give it something, a new look. Nothing, it's still the way it is. Again, luckily this is a rental. Now guys, up here we have 3 bedrooms, okay? When we took it and we added an extra bedroom in the basement, okay? So again, even in the bedrooms here, you guys can see the baseboards been left exactly the way he found them. Didn't do nothing about it. Luckily here, the carpet is a little bit high, so we're not seeing any space. But I'm gonna show you guys in the basement that there is space between the baseboards that he didn't take care of, right? Look at that. Who does that, right? Who does that? Like, it's crazy. He had all these exit signs for this lady next door that is trying to rent the property in a house that he doesn't own because he thought we're gonna rent it to her. And after we're done, I said, no, I'm not renting it to you unless you're paying way higher than regular market rent. The reason being is because she's running an assisted living. She's not a regular tenant, she's running a business. So unless they pay you higher than market rent, do not rent it to those type of people. You might as well rent it to regular tenants, right? Here, same thing. What I hate is I walk in here the first thing that I see, the baseboards. They're dirty, you know, he didn't clean them. But like, this is all part of his scope. He's just changing and putting new baseboards. And as you can tell, this is the old ones, right? It's just insane. It's insane. Here again, another exit sign that he had here, so he took it off, right? Because we told him we're not renting to the lady. And I could actually sue him technically for renting the property that he doesn't own without my approval, right? That is crazy. He literally gave a verbal agreement. Guys, even took the security deposit from the it's crazy. I'm not even gonna go into that. Look at here. This is the master bathroom, right? It's all in the details, guys. At least this, like, you clean it, paint, you know, do something about it. The rest here is not bad, but like, how do you leave this open? You know, at first we spoke about having like a glass door here that slides. Obviously he didn't do that because he said he ran out of budget, right? This is the master bedroom right here. The master bedroom, I had to force him to put a ceiling fan here, guys. At first he wanted to leave it the way it is. And I was like, no, that's part of your budget. You have to put a ceiling fan. And look at that, look at the baseboards. If this is a fix and flip, guys, this is the type of stuff that doesn't fly, okay? It looks horrible. It looks horrible, you know? Luckily, again, this is a rental, okay? So we're gonna go in the basement and show you guys what he didn't do, what he was supposed to do later.